Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brunton and welcome to StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm. I just finished playing the Wings of Liberty campaign, which was the first one. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out now on my channel. And now, in preparation for Legacy of the Void, which has yet to come out, I'm going to play the Heart of the Swarm campaign through, so that when I do a playthrough of Legacy of the Void, if anybody hasn't seen these parts, they can come back, watch these videos, and catch up. Or if you're generally interested, you can watch them. So we will start a new campaign on hard difficulty, and we should be able to play it that way all the way through. So let's see what is in store for us in this second chapter of the storyline of StarCraft II from Blizzard Entertainment.
Will be shattered. Worlds will burn. Vengeance shall be mine. For I am the Queen of Blades.
Ah yes, it's only a dream. That makes sense because we supposedly saved her. Hopefully. In the last campaign, we fought the entire time to pull together a Zerg artifact to remove the infestation from the Queen of Blades and turn her back into Sarah Kerrigan, who we just saw. But we don't know that it worked entirely. Prologue. With the disappearance of the Queen of Blades, the Zerg swarm has been shattered. Jim Raynor's rebel forces have smuggled Sarah Kerrigan off Char, leaving the planet to General Warfield and the Dominion. Meanwhile, the powerful Xel'Naga artifact has disappeared. In a hidden base in the Umojan Protectorate, Prince Valerian and Raynor have begun conducting tests to ensure that Kerrigan's return to humanity is complete. But they are running out of time. Throughout the sector, Emperor Mengsk's forces carry out a relentless hunt for the Dominion's most hated enemy, Sarah Kerrigan. So, they've got their work cut out for them. Mengsk can send a lot of people. Remote planet in the Umojan Protectorate. However you pronounce that, I'm not really sure. Research Station EB-103 at about 8 o'clock at night.
Open the door, son.
6.
Valerian's orders, sir. No visiting.
Open the door.
Pretty impressive research facility. All of this devoted to just Sarah Kerrigan. You can see her brain there. There's Valerian.
Good morning, Commander.
Junior.
So in the
Gentlemen, the test protocol will begin in 2 minutes.
in the last campaign, we played as Raynor, but this time we'll be playing as her, Sarah Kerrigan.
Make the most of this test. It's your last one. Now give us a minute.
Very well.
We're getting out of here tonight, darling.
Good. Then we can go after Minsk.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it. This is about you and me.
Until Minsk is dead, there can't be a you and me.
I moved heaven and earth to bring you back, Sarah. I can't watch you throw that away just for revenge.
Initiating test phase 2.
I never gave up on you, Sarah. Don't you give up on us.
Test phase 2 commencing.
That's not normal. That's definitely more of the Zerg DNA left over. Even for a ghost, that's not normal.
What are you hoping to get out of these tests, Valerian? I told you, I don't remember anything about being the Queen of Blades.
We have to find out how much of the Zerg mutagen is left in your system. I appreciate your cooperation, Kerrigan.
Do you usually keep cooperative people in a containment cell?
When we know it's safe, I'll unlock your door myself. Now, can you reach out with your mind? Do you sense it?
A drone? Are you really asking me to take control of a Zerg mind? Do you know what could happen?
All the test subjects are in a secure environment. Are you able to control it?
Can now?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, the next step. See if you can order the drone to mutate into a hatchery.
So the drone is the Zerg equivalent of the Terran SCV, the basic worker unit. It's responsible for building
On the
structures.
drone's command card, left-click on the basic mutation button.
Yes, I know. And harvesting resources. If I don't move along here, they're going to interrupt me again, so I'll start building the hatchery.
A hatchery is the central structure of a Zerg base. It spreads creep so that other structures can be built. The hatchery also produces larvae, which you use to morph into more drones or other Zerg creatures.
Thank you, Adjutant.
When you use larvae, the hatchery will replenish them over time.
Yes, and notice that the drone was consumed when building the hatchery.
Okay, Kerrigan. I'm releasing more drones into the test chamber. See if you can order them to gather those resources.
For anyone who hasn't seen the original series or any StarCraft, these minerals are the most basic resource in StarCraft, and one of only 2 resources, the other being Vespene gas, which is used for more advanced things, and we'll see it later. For right now, we only have to worry about minerals. Now, in front of the hatchery here, we can see these larvae. We can
You're
mutate
doing well,
these.
Kerrigan. Can you morph more drones?
I need an overlord to morph anything else.
Do it then. One overlord shouldn't hurt.
We can mutate these larvae to create units such as drones and overlords. Right now, we're going to make an overlord.
The Zerg use overlords to generate more supply. Your current supply maximum is displayed in the upper right corner of the screen, along with how much supply you are currently using. If you do not have enough available supply, you will not be able to morph a unit.
In the sense that they generate supply, they're very much like Terran supply depots from the original campaign. And in this campaign, too, we're just not playing as the Terrans, so they'll be our enemies.
Excellent. I plan to stop here, but let's take this a little further. Try mutating a drone into a spawning pool.
Well, not just enemies. They'll also be our allies at some points. But much like in the first campaign when we fought
To mutate a Zerg structure, first select a drone.
Protoss and Zerg as the Terrans. As the Zerg, we'll fight the Protoss and the
Left-click,
Terrans.
Basic mutation.
Yes. Thank you, Adjutant. Stop interrupting me. Alright, now we'll create a spawning pool, which I'm sure she'll explain.
The spawning pool allows the hatchery to turn larvae into Zerglings.
Right, and Zerglings are the basic...
You know this is going to end badly, right?
We have a controlled environment.
Zerglings are the basic combat unit for the
The
Zerg.
spawning pool is finished. You should go down to the test chamber and inspect it.
I can see just fine from up here, thanks. I think that's all we need today, Kerrigan. Great work.
If you think that was great work, wait till you see this. I'll make some Zerglings.
They are the basic attack unit for the Zerg. They are...
Kerrigan, what are you doing?
Putting your controlled environment to the test.
essentially
enough
low
minerals.
damage and cannon fodder, or early attack. They are very cheap, they build 2 at a time, and they are fast melee units. So here we have 2 Zerglings to look at as an example, and the objectives, which will always be in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, tell us we need 6. We now have those, so we'll move on to the next phase of the tutorial level here.
Stop! I didn't ask you to create Zerglings!
Funny thing about Zerg, Valerian, they never do what you expect.
Shut down the experiment. Get sentry bots in there to sanitize those holding cells. Lock down on the sublevel and power up the Eradicator. Nothing gets out!
Maybe if I destroy your pretty Eradicator, you'll learn you can't control the Zerg.
Which is true. Now, they just opened the door for us. Why would you open the door for us? We were trapped, and then you let us out.
Sentry bots are destroying the Zerglings in their pens. I can change that.
So I'll morph a bunch more Zerglings to help with this idea, as we teach Valerian a lesson about the inability to control the Zerg. And I'll assign everything to proper hotkeys. We'll move out momentarily.
Additional overlords required.
When we make additional overlords, that is. Alright, but in the meantime, we have some Zerglings ready. We have 16 of them. So let's go attack some Eradicators. Go, my Zerglings! Destroy everything! Wow, they are really effective.
Additional
I sense more Zerglings in holding pens. Valerian, you were very careless. Perhaps I'll free them too.
Containment breach. Zerg specimens free.
Evacuate the scientists. Get all personnel out of there.
Since these are only Zerglings and they really need support from other things to be really powerful, then the defenses here are really pathetic, if we can break through them this easily. Anyway, there is a generator here which will open this pen when we destroy it, because I guess it's powering the door.
Additional overlords required.
More Zerglings. Good. I can use them.
And it gives us more Zerglings. So we will continue pushing up into the upper portions of the map, continually building more Zerglings and adding them to our army.
Kerrigan, this is not a game.
It never is with the Zerg.
Got a couple of stragglers back here. And there's another holding pen, through this wall. On the lower left-hand portion of the screen, there is a mini-map which shows everything that's
Your forces
on the level.
are under attack.
And there are 2 yellow glowing beacons left on the map. I'll probably zoom the map up so that it's easier for everyone to see.
Zerg, run! Damn it! Get all personnel off that level.
Those beacons indicate the structures we need to destroy to free.
No more personnel remain on sublevel.
It's all out of control.
Containment door closed. Automated gas defense activated.
That containment door won't open until I destroy those turrets. That gas is hurting my Zerglings.
Those yellow beacons mark the structures we need to destroy to release the remaining Zerglings from their pens.
The door's open. Now to destroy the Eradicator.
in a moment. First, let's get a few more Zerglings, just so that we can overwhelmingly wipe everything out. Wonderful. We're currently at a little over 40 Zerglings. We'll see when we get the counter, when we get the rest of these Zerglings, what it goes up
More
to.
Zerglings here. Well, they're mine now.
52 Zerglings. There's one more pen to destroy. We should be able to get, I think, maybe in the neighborhood of 80 Zerglings. And then we can take out the Eradicator, which is a massive robot at the end of the level, which is the final guard before the Zerglings can just escape entirely. It was really a dumb idea to try and have the build basically a base. And Valerian is just really lucky that we aren't pushing our advantage. Because right now, we could be building, except that it's the tutorial, just for story purposes, we could be building all kinds of other Zerg stuff, but we're only making Zerglings. If we really wanted to break out of here, we could be doing so much more damage right now.
You've made your point, Kerrigan.
Not yet, I haven't. I'm still in your containment cell.
Now that is impressive. This whole thing is...
activated.
This whole level is a containment cell. But it's still not enough. And the robots are just getting destroyed, and the Eradicator is surrounded by 70 Zerglings.
Additional overlords required.
That's pretty good. 70 will do. Well, and falling as it's shooting us with its cannons, but... it can't take out that many. And there we have it.
Eradicator destroyed. Situation critical.
We beat the level.
The Zerg have overrun the sublevel. You're lucky no one was killed, Kerrigan.
Luck had nothing to do with it. And maybe now, you understand how dangerous the Zerg are. I'll send them back to their pens.
I appreciate that. I'm opening your cell right now, if you'd like to join me. And perhaps next time you can make your point without destroying half the facility.
But it is more fun that way. Definitely. Alright, so continuing on, we should be able to see a cinematic which will show us the immediate aftermath of that. And then we can take a look at what the next level will be before ending the episode. Keep in mind this is only the tutorial episode. The first couple missions will be a little bit slow. But then it should pick up.
You made a mess down there, Sarah.
Starting to regret bringing me back?
Never.
I heard about what happened with your friend Tychus. I'm sorry.
He made his choice. I made mine.
Maybe you should have let him kill me. I slaughtered millions as the Queen of Blades.
That wasn't you, Sarah. Leave the past behind, and let's focus on getting out of here. I'll suit up and meet you here in an hour.
Okay. That sounds good.
So at the end of the last
My ship is
campaign...
prepped and we're ready to go. Heading your way now.
At the end of the last campaign, we had, as Raynor, to kill Tychus Finley, our friend, because he was going to shoot and kill Kerrigan. So he died by our hand. But he didn't really have much of a choice, because if he didn't try and kill her, he was going to die anyway. And I have some theories on that, but you can see all that in the end of the last episode, in the end of the campaign. Which you'll probably have seen if you've watched the whole campaign. If not, you should go back and watch that to get caught up. Anyway, in the next episode, we will play the mission Back in the Saddle, where our objective is to depart with Raynor. Surely, if there's a mission about that, though, something must go wrong, because it's going to be a little bit more interesting. They're not going to have an entire level of us just walking to a ship and then getting strapped into a seat and taking off. That would be kind of boring. But we'll see how things go wrong next time. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Oh look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys.
I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there.
Oh, he's right there! Oh, God, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way!
Oh. That could have saved me. Oh.
100 times right now.